Hey everybody, it's me, Nicole Rivera from Stop Writing Alone podcast and from the MV Rivera YouTube channel where I've been sharing writing prompts all year. One per week because I gave myself the challenge of writing 52 short stories in 52 weeks and I invited you to join me, but I didn't want to do it without some help. So we have been through 50 of our weeks so far and I wanted to wrap up the year by just revisiting some of my favorites. And that, of course, means that I am sharing the Writers Toolbox with you this week. And one specific game from the Writers Toolbox, which is my absolute favorite writing prompt slash exercise. And I say slash exercise because in order to do this prompt activity this week, you kind of have to write along with me. So what I'm talking about are the sticks that come in the Writer's Toolbox. And there are 3 different types of sticks. We did these all the way back in January of this year. I'm sorry, it's all just been one long year. And the way that it works is that I'm going to select a first stick, which will have a sentence on it, and that will be the first sentence that we're going to write. We will write the sentence at the top of our page, and you set a timer. Typically, when I'm doing this with a group, we'll do like 5 to 6 minutes, and then when the timer goes off, I'll just set it up so that you can pause the video. I won't make you stare at me for 5 minutes writing. So we'll pause. You set a timer for 5 minutes, and then you will receive the next stick, which is the non sequitur, and it'll be another set of words that you then have to incorporate into the same story that you're writing. So you've started a story with that first sentence. Wherever you are when the timer goes off, you hear the non sequitur, and then you set the timer again for another 5 or 6 minutes, and then you continue writing the same story, trying to incorporate that piece of information. And then when the timer goes off, I come in with the last straw, which is one more stick that has one more sentence. And we follow the same process, setting the timer again for 5 to 6 minutes. And you write, trying to incorporate that last bit into your story. Now, the times can change. If you want to do a 30-minute writing exercise, you can do 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. But when you get to that last straw, you are also challenged to then wrap up your story. And like all our stories, we want to try to make sure they have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that it all connects. And I know that it sounds completely random, and how will I ever be able to get one cohesive story when I don't know what's coming? But it happens time and time again. This is an excellent exercise just for stretching our writer brain in directions that, we're not used to. And also for anybody who sort of loses steam in the midst of their writing, this exercise does not allow you to do that. Now, last week I shared the Storymatic box with you. You can also do a similar type of exercise with the cards. Any kind of writing prompt tool that you have, sort of giving yourself multiple prompts in between with a timer is going to replicate this type of thinking. But it is the Writers Toolbox that was made by Jamie Cat Callan. Comes with this little book inside that explains all the different games. That was the first place that I had ever done an exercise like this. There are 2 other games that come inside the Writer's Toolbox. There's the I have them all in a pouch now. The Protagonist game, and all of these have been featured on the YouTube channel, so you can go back and look for the Protagonist game, which is spinning these 3 spinner wheels to get a protagonist, an obstacle, a goal, and so on, all different components of your story to write, and then that's it. And then the other game that's included is the 6 sense cards, and these are just cards with sensory details on them that are, there to prompt your writing and to help you remember to write descriptively. And it also comes with a cute little hourglass timer. So as you can see, when Jamie created these exercises, her time period was much shorter than the 5 minutes that I do. So you can just be flexible with that in whatever way you want. But let's get to our prompt. I'm going to pick the first stick for us, and let's see what we get. The writing is kind of light. It's a light green on the first stick. Oh, this is a long one. Okay, it says, my grandfather lied to my grandmother. I guess it runs in the family. My grandfather lied to my grandmother. I guess it runs in the family. And then right now you will set the timer, pause the video, and write. Because you want to write this first bit before you learn about what's coming next. And what is coming next is... Your non sequitur says, on the following Friday, we packed our bags and planned our escape. Pause, set your timer for whatever amount of time you would like to write. Remember, we started with the grandfather. We are incorporating now this planned escape. You're going to pause, and you're going to write, and then we're going to come up to our last straw. Okay, wherever you are in your story right now, you want to try to think of two things for this last bit of writing. You're going to try to wrap up the story, but also include the time he invited his mother to dinner. The time he invited his mother to dinner. That's the last straw, and that is the last bit of this prompt. So set your timer, wrap up your story, and good luck with that. Okay, so that's it. And next week, I know the day that I normally release the videos are on Fridays, but next Friday is Christmas Day. So I will not be releasing week 52's video next week. I will actually be instead inviting you to write with me. My podcast is called Stop Writing Alone. We've been doing this thing all year. I would love it if the last episode of the year of 2020 for this series of 52 writing prompts in 52 weeks could be a writing prompt party. So if you would like to write along with me, January 30th is Wednesday. At 4:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to have a live call, and we are going to write together. We are going to share the prompt together, and then I will share that with the community on January 31st, or maybe even the night of. We'll see what happens, but I really would love it if we could write together for week 52 and share the prompt and see how everything goes there. I hope you have been enjoying this. I hope you enjoy the sticks. I feel like these 3 sticks do kind of tie together well. For anybody that cheated and looked ahead before writing, okay, I don't think it's going to be that much of a spoiler in this case. Sometimes it's such a derailment. It's wonderful. But yeah, so thanks for watching and happy writing. And I won't see you next week, but I hope to see you the week after that.